The biggest plot holes in the Noah movie. Hi everyone, GuineaPigDan here. I saw the Noah movie the day it came out, and then wrote a review of it the next day. If my review is too long for some people to read, this is a video that'll boil down what I thought were some of the movie's main problems. The reason why these plot holes bother me isn't because I'm a continuity hound. It's because when I watched this movie, I got the feeling that the filmmakers really wanted to do a biblical Lord of the Rings and would put in all these really awesome moments. But the problem is, they focused so much on coming up with all these awesome moments that they didn't really take into consideration what effect it would have on the story. Like, for example, spoiler alert, at the end, Noah believes he must kill his 2 granddaughters in order to extinguish humanity and protect the world from sin. It's a really dramatic moment, but this only comes about because the plot required the characters to act stupid earlier in the film. And there's actually another solution Noah could have taken that I will mention later in this video. I just felt like the movie relied too much on the characters acting stupid in order to be a pretext for all the awesome action scenes and drama scenes and everything. And I elaborate on this in my written review. The movie is entertaining, the actors all do good jobs, and the special effects are good, and the action scenes are fun also. I just wish there was better writing. This video is going to highlight what I thought were some of the worst moments, and should have been warning signs to the filmmakers. The script should have gone through maybe another draft or something. Anyway, let's get started. Number 7. In the movie, there are fallen angels that take the form of rock monsters called Watchers, and they're enslaved by the movie's villain, Tubal. And we see in a flashback that Noah's grandfather, Methuselah, used a sword that shoots waves of fire to kill a whole army of men that were chasing the Watchers. This had me wondering, why doesn't Methuselah give Noah this really awesome sword? It would have made fighting Tubal when he tries to take over the Ark much easier. The battle would have only lasted maybe 2 seconds. Number 6. So Noah starts building the Ark with the help of the Watchers, and after a while Tubal discovers him, while he and his tribe are hunting animals that are fleeing to the Ark, and Tubal threatens to steal the Ark and take it by force, but then the Watchers scare him off. This just made me wonder, why didn't Noah just have the Watchers kill Tubal and his army right then and there? Instead, Noah lets Tubal and his army get away so they can build better weapons and then return better prepared. Number 5. So Noah has learned from God that there's going to be a worldwide flood, and he just got threatened by Tubal. So why isn't Noah doing more to make sure his family stays safe? We see Methuselah and Noah's sons go out into the forest, and at one point Noah's son Ham even sneaks into Tubal-Cain's tribe to go and find himself a wife. And I'm just wondering, why isn't Noah doing constant roll calls to make sure everyone's nearby? Why doesn't he ask at least one watcher to escort his family whenever they go out into the forest? Just in case Tubal-Cain suddenly decides to do a surprise attack. Number 4. Tubal and his nation are no smarter than Noah. At one point, Noah sneaks into Tubal-Cain's tribe to see if he can find some wives for his sons, and he only needs to wear a cloak to disguise himself so he's not caught. We're supposed to believe that a nation that is violent and warmongering has no security or guards to make sure outsiders don't come in. And then later in the movie, Noah's son Ham goes into the tribe without a cloak or anything, so apparently they have the most lax security ever. It gets even worse as Noah looks at Tubal-Cain's tribe, and we see that the people there are rioting and violent, and just killing each other and selling each other as slaves. It's chaos. And this just makes me wonder, if Tubal-Cain's tribe is this violent, how can Tubal-Cain's nation function if they're not cooperating? How could Tubal-Cain ever mobilize them into an army? What's stopping all the people from just overthrowing Tubal-Cain and then replacing him with another leader, or just going into total anarchy? Number 3. This is one of the sillier moments in the movie. Ham tries to bring a prisoner woman with him to the Ark, but she gets caught in a bear trap, and Noah forces Ham to abandon her, and she gets trampled by Tubal-Cain's soldiers. So Noah and Ham are trying to run away from the army, but then the army actually outrun Noah and Ham, and all the soldiers just pass them. How could they not notice Noah and Ham, who are like the only two people in the forest that have no weapons or armor on them? Why doesn't the army kill Noah and Ham while they're on their way to the ark, rather than get to the ark first and then kill Ham and Noah when they catch up? Number 2. So all the Watchers are protecting Noah's family because they hope that God will redeem them if they protect the last righteous family on earth. And during the Battle of the Ark, Tubal army figures out by stabbing a Watcher in its chest, it'll destroy the rock body and the angel is released and goes back to heaven. But this doesn't make a lot of sense. This is the time when Noah's family needs the Watcher's protection the most, so why is God choosing this time of all times to recall all these Watchers? And then the last Watcher who's defeated actually voluntarily tears his own chest apart to release his own angel, so that means they didn't have to be stabbed in their chests in the first place to go back to heaven. And now, the number 1 plot hole. Noah has an adopted daughter named Illah, who is infertile, but then Methuselah heals her, and she becomes fertile again, and she procreates with Noah's son Shem. I thought Illah and Shem's relationship was a bit rushed, but if you want to read more about that, look up my written review. But long story short, their stupid decision here sets up what happens in the climax. While on the ark, Noah is under the impression that humanity must go extinct after the flood is over and all the animals are released. But then Illah gets pregnant, and when Noah finds out, he totally flips out and is like, this is against the will of the Creator and blah blah blah. And then he resolves, if it's a boy, I'll let it live, but he must grow old with us and die. But if it's a girl, I'm going to kill it once it's born. And so Illah gives birth, and she actually has twin girls, and then we have a really overly dramatic scene where Noah's about to kill them, but then Noah has a change of heart and decides maybe it is God's will that they reproduce and repopulate the earth. This dilemma did not sit well with me. I just kept thinking, what's stopping Shem and Illah from just having more children even if Noah kills their first 2 daughters? And then it hit me. Noah doesn't have to kill the daughters. He can just castrate himself and his sons. There, humanity can't reproduce, and they go extinct. I'm sure Noah's family would still object to a plan like this, but to me it at least makes more sense than just, my granddaughters must die. And number 0, I saw no guinea pigs on the ark. I guess that means my guinea pig Domino goes extinct. Oops. If anyone disagrees with my plot holes, or you want to add your own, I'd be interested in hearing your feedback. GuineaPigDan, out. Also, did anyone think that the Watchers looked a bit like Star Trek V's unused rock monster?